Hello, good evening. My name is Victor Modo and I am at the Call the Police, the calm before the storm. In a couple of minutes, the Super Eagles will step onto this turf for their final training session ahead of the Afcon 2023 final. Yes, I said it, the Afcon 2023 final. When head coach Jose Peseiro was appointed, the first thing he said and always repeated was, I want to win the Afcon final. I want to win the Afcon with Nigeria. He is basically he's basically at the door of history. He's right at the moment where his dream, his desire, his charge to himself when he took on this job can be actualized. All that remains and stands on his way is 11 Ivorian players and a 60,000 packed Ebimpe Stadium tomorrow. At the press conference, Musa was asked what do the team need to do differently to ensure that they still beat Ivory Coast like they did in the group stages. Ahmed Musa then, his reply to that question was, we don't need to do anything different. The Ivorian side is typically still the exact same side. The only difference, however, give or take, is a few players came in, a change of coach, but essentially we are going to be playing against the exact same side and we need to do what we did before that made us beat them, which is basically work together as a team, work for each other, pursue every ball and ensure that we are the first to every ball. Basically saying that they just have to ensure that they want it more. At the press conference also, Jose Peseiro answered about 4 times to different questions and kept saying, I want to win the Afcon. I want to win the Afcon. I want to win the Afcon. He is convinced. His players are convinced that they can go the distance. They have faced their business and done their talking on the pitch throughout this tournament. All they have is one more 90 minutes, maybe an extra 30, maybe penalties. But the Super Eagles back themselves for the Afcon. Now, we lost a couple of people at the semi-final game against South Africa, prominent Nigerians and even ordinary citizens. Some people lost their lives watching the Super Eagles, and the Super Eagles, true to form, paid respect to these people at one of their dinner meetings, calling for a minute of silence and prayer by Chidozie Awaziem for these people, praying for them and ensuring that they basically ask God to allow them rest in peace. This says one thing: this batch of Super Eagles are grounded. They are not in a bubble. They are aware of what's happening vis-a-vis the relationship between the Nigerian fans and their performances and their game, and they are in touch and they understand what this game means, what this game means to Nigerians, what this game means to everybody that represents green, white, green, and they are ready to carry that on their shoulders when they go into this game against Ivory Coast. Now, the only update that was provided as per injuries by the coach was Zaidu. He said that Zaidu trained alone or had very little training at their last closed door session, and he's expecting that today they will assess him again to determine if he is fit enough to take part in the game. Remember, Bright Osai started at right back and Olaino, our first choice right back, played at left back throughout the game. We were a little bit wobbly in the first half, but we came back better in the second period before a last final 6 minutes where it seemed as if they wanted to basically come for our heads. Smart save by Nwabali to keep us in the game, and we were lucky that the follow-up went over the bar. But again, yesterday is gone. The Super Eagles play Cote d'Ivoire tomorrow. They are not just playing against 11 players. They are playing against all of Cote d'Ivoire. They are playing against a 60,000 field stadium of Ivorian fans that will be chanting for Ivory Coast. Their every kick, their every tackle, everything they do is going to be cheered and supported by the home side. Will this cause fear in our players? The answer is no. Head coach of the team has said that everybody that plays for the Super Eagles can withstand pressure. If you can't withstand pressure, you have no business or no place in the Super Eagles. They all can withstand pressure basically, so they have what it takes to execute this game according to head coach of the side, Jose Peseiro. So technically, every Super Eagles player in camp knows the assignment. They know what's at stake basically, and they are ready to execute and fight for the green, white, green when it comes down to it tomorrow. This team, they back themselves. Nigerians, we need to back them too. There will be no interviews at this training session, so I mean you'd have been watching me overlay videos of that training already, and that's what I'm going to just keep doing. Enjoy the rest of the training session, and remember, history beckons tomorrow. Ahmed Musa, Kenneth Omero might be the only Nigerians with 2 winners medals at the end of tomorrow. We have Victor Osimhen and the rest of the new crop. These guys, this is their moment to have their own name written in gold permanently. We always say this was going to be Victor Osimhen's Afcon. This is Victor Osimhen's Afcon. He just has to seal it by winning tomorrow. I stepped out onto the streets of Ivory Coast yesterday, and everybody that passed me kept saying on zero, do zero, day zero, and my reply was cat zero with a hat trick for Victor Osimhen. Tomorrow we win. Tomorrow we win, guys.